What are some effective ways to train your technicians when you have those technician-specific KPIs and you put them in front of them?
Yeah, so there's a couple things. One, I'm a firm believer that one-on-ones are for the technician, but also we have to have some accountability there. We're going to talk about numbers. There's mixed theories on that. For me, is like we have our role to fill. We're paid to do a position. We need to follow up and talk about that. So every week there's some sort of KPIs reviewed. What we coach our service manager is don't coach every KPI, coach one or two. So, and if you can, by asking great questions and figuring out what the technician's challenges are and objections, let that be their choice of what KPI or what KPI to celebrate, right? So how we're coaching these things is we wanted to figure out, identify what KPI we're going to work on, and then what are the behaviors that we're going to do specifically. If we want to increase conversion rate, are we going to work on, number of options given? Are we going to work on how we're going to set the agenda card? Are we going to work on mindset, right? What are the things we're going to follow up on it? And then we track that. One of the things that I love, because oftentimes, we are very transparent about this. We dispatch by performance. And what we mean by that is right tech, right call. If you're the best conversion rate average shelf or water heaters, you're going to run those first. That can be challenging for many people. And I understand that, right? I get that can be challenging. But what we like to do when someone comes with objections, we can say, okay, let's look into this. Let's figure that out. This is exactly how many water heaters that you've ran. This is exactly what your conversion rate, what your average sale is. And here are your peers, right? And we don't want to create the unhealthy competition where people are against each other, but it's about them as, okay, what can we do to get you to the top?
Yep.
And we've had tons of conversations, even recently, of people coming to us, like great people. It's like, hey, I'm just not quite getting this or that. It's like, okay, let's figure out how we can earn it, and then you're going to get it. And we see that's when you create buy-in to the numbers. That's when you create buy-in to the system. It's like, holy shit, I just worked on these things, and now what I wanted happened, right? Versus saying, you know what, you're right, we're going to split these up evenly, and then our customers aren't getting the best experience. The company's not performing the best way. And then our top performers is like, hey, I'm working my butt off here. I'm doing all the things that you're asking me to doing. Why are we spreading this out even, right? So that's how we use our numbers. It could be individual KPIs. It could be handling technicians' frustrations, or and maybe sometimes we're wrong. There's definitely times where it's saying, hey, I can't convert a water heater if you don't give me any. That's a different conversation. That rarely happens, but it does happen. It's like, sure, heard. Let's get you something. Let's get you an at-bat. Let's see how we do. I'm just using water heaters as an example. There's tons of examples, right? There's how our drain techs are turning over main lines and what that close rate is on that, and then showing them exactly, okay, if you increased your main line TGL by 5%, this is exactly what would be on your paycheck.
Yep.
Like, this is how much opportunity you have to make for you and your family. And it gets that specific because of the data.